Good day, everyone. I hope everyone can see this. I just need to put out the spelling so that anyone can see. So, good day, everyone. My name is Chad Royer, and this is my channel. What's up with Chad Y Royer? I want to thank all of you for joining and being a faithful follower. Please continue to encourage people to like and subscribe to the channel. Please enable your notifications so that you know when the next video is coming. And for those who would like to support, I do have a GoFundMe in my name. Now, let's go across a few things. So we're in the month of April, and April is Autism Awareness Month. I happen to wear the bands right here, Autism Awareness. So for those who know, I have a child who is on the autism spectrum, and I wear this every so often, and I just happen to have it here now. Also, I wanted to add that I am citing Zarxio.com as a reference in case anyone wants to get more information on the drug. I am not getting compensated for this. I'm just being upfront and transparent. And I just want to go over a few things about why I put in the title, I hated having to take Zarxio. But let's go further. So give me a quick update here. I am in the process of preparing for my stem cell transplant, which is a matter of days away. There were some steps that had to take place. I had to have been cleared by the doctors in order to go forth. And one step that I've had to go through is the collection of stem cells. I did a previous video that's very short that showed a collection of stem cells. I can discuss that more in detail in another video. So in order to promote more stem cells to come out in the body for it to be collected, I had to take Zarxio as one of the things that I'll have to do to promote that, as well as eat properly so that I can get a good collection. So let's just go over a few things, and I'm just going to read off. If you see my eyes wandering, it's because I am looking on Zarxio.com. So Zarxio described as a man-made form of granulocytes, colony stimulating factor, or GCSF. GCSF is a substance produced by the body, and it stimulates the growth of neutrophils, which is a type of white blood cell. And as you know, white blood cells are very important in fighting against infection and maintaining your immunity. Another definition of Zarxio, a prescription medicine used to help reduce the chance of infection due to a low white blood cell count in patients with certain types of cancers, including mine, which is multiple myeloma, who are receiving chemotherapy that can cause fever and low white blood cell counts. So Zarxio, again, man-made form of granulocytes, colony stimulating factor. Now, I just want to go over a few things about Zarxio, not too much. I don't want to make this more than it is. It is a biologic. It is a medication that involves proteins, cells, tissues that often has to be injected. I actually have a sample of what it is that I can show you right here. So maybe the lights are too bright. I think the lights are too bright here. Yeah, you know what? The lights are too bright. Let's do something. I want to show you what the actual drug. I have 0.8 milliliters as a dose. This is what it looks like. This is what I had to take twice a day, once in the morning and once in the evening. If I turn it around, this is, I dropped it. This is what it looks like. The needle is, no, the dispense is over here. The needle is over here with the cap in the front. So I just want to give you a visual of what that looks like. Some of the side effects. What are some of the side effects? I have, for patients with cancer receiving chemotherapy, fever, pain, in particular bone pain, which I actually did have, rash, cough, shortness of breath. So in my case, when I felt the bone pain was in my bones, like with my back area, my lower back. It was in my hips, and there was a night or two where it was difficult for me to sleep. I even complained about it to uh, someone from the medical staff, and one of them actually told me that the fact that it's creating bone pain means that it is actually working. One of the other reasons that I had to take Zarxio as described by the doctors is because it draws the stem cells from the bone marrow into the stream of blood so that it can be collected for the stem cells. So the Zarxio helps to draw the stem cells out. Now, if I can continue now, um, let me just see if I have my notes here. Oh, patients who are having their own blood cells collected, some of the side effects here: bone pain, fever, and headache. I didn't have a fever, I didn't have a headache, but I did have some bone pain. And it was so unbearable that I had to take Tylenol, 500 milligrams. I had to take 2 of them on a few nights. Uh, there's another medicine. What was the other? Let me ask my librarian. What was the other medicine that I had to take for Zarxio to nullify the pain? Claritin. And was there another one? And hydromorphone. That's what it is. Hydromorphone. I must have taken the hydromorphone twice, but I kept to Tylenol as the go-to. I'm fortunate not to have to take Zarxio any further. Lower that, please. And once I stopped the collection of the stem cells, I no longer needed to take the Zarxio. But let me tell you why I could not stand taking the Zarxio. Where do I start? Where do I start? Well, first off, I've had to inject this into my stomach, into the lower part, 2 inches away from the navel, and I had to make sure that it went in. Does the injection, I don't know, but this was the first time that I've ever had to inject myself in the stomach. Normally, when I was doing the DARA and the Velcade injections, there would be a nurse practitioner who would do it. They would squeeze a little bit of fat, they would squeeze the dispenser, it would go in, boom. I would feel a little discomfort, but I lived to see another day. But in this case, it was difficult for me because I knew it was going to hurt, I knew it would be bothersome, and it wasn't the same. It got so bad, I wasn't even comfortable letting anyone else, unless they were a trained professional, to give the dosage to me. I was told that this was easy to do for myself. It was not. I was told that the Length of the needle was short. Not really. I must have been misquoted or something, but I recall you press the button, you press the button, one shot, it goes in, and you take it out. No, it has a draw time. The draw time, I would say, if I'm just going off memory, this is 0.8 milliliters, about 10 seconds to draw the medicine out so that it goes inside the subcutaneous tissue inside the stomach. I also was told that you can inject it in your leg, like in the thigh area or in the shoulder, the back of the arm. I'm sorry, the back of the arm. I I don't have a lot of fat in those areas, so that wasn't gonna work. I don't have a lot of fat behind the shoulder. I mean, behind my in front of my thigh. Get my words crossed up. That could have worked, but I was not willing to try it. I wasn't willing to try it at all. What other reason did I not like Zarxio? I had to take it twice a day. I didn't like that. It was a very, I mean, and it's interesting. I read up some things that you need to do to prepare for Zarxio. You need to have a alcohol wipe. You have to have a dispenser to discard the the material when you're finished because it includes a needle. But if you were to ask me what you need to do to prepare for taking Zarxio, scotch on the rocks and just hope that you forget that you have to take it. I did not want to take it. In fact, this is bad. I always tell people you got to take your meds as prescribed by the doctors. You got to follow your doctor's advice. And this was one time I was willing to make an exception to that rule. That's how much I could not stand Zarxio. I just, I, I did it. It's behind me. I hope I don't have to take it again. I did not enjoy that experience. I'm just being upfront and honest. But it doesn't necessarily mean that it would be a bad situation for anyone else who is in a similar situation like myself, who is dealing with a blood cancer and needs to do a stem cell transplant and needs to use Zarxio to expel the stem cells into the blood system. It could be a better situation, but I don't have a lot of fat in my system and I don't do well with needles too much. I play like I do, but I don't. I really don't. Um, I can't remember. There was one other thing. What was the other thing that I didn't like about it? Oh, as I was reading, I'm finding that there was a intravenous option where you can have it done through your veins. But I would imagine that if I was to take that option, that would include hospitalization. It would probably take a little longer. I would have to be called in at a certain time. It probably would have been more work for the medical staff to do. I don't know, but I would have gladly taken that option if I knew I was going to deal with so much discomfort. But yeah, I honestly did not like it. I did not like it. Just being honest, but not trying to discourage anyone from having to take that step. But that's what happened with me, and I just wanted to be upfront and honest. Now I'm only a few days away from stem cell transplants. I am ready to go, and I'm not ready to go. But when that day comes, I'll be as ready as can be, and I will appreciate the prayers. Keep sending them in. It's going to be a dogfight for me. I'm going to do my best. And one thing that I can say is that this having to take this for the most part is behind me. want to thank you again for joining me on my mission, or my journey actually, to defeat cancer, multiple myeloma. My name is Chad Royer. Thank you for listening to me today. Feel free to like and subscribe to my channel. Please check the boxes so you can get notifications. And for those who are interested in supporting my cause, I do have a GoFundMe account in my name because, as you all know, medical bills are expensive. Thank you for your time. Take care.